All right, I want to cover entering your own food. That is creating your own custom food when the macros of a certain food that you have found within the tool don't match up. So you can do this a couple of different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and use First Form's Level 1 Protein because it's one of the more recent ones that I noticed had a discrepancy. I'm not affiliated with them other than I use their products in my own fitness journey. So here we go. So this is their protein powder, and we go ahead and click on it, and you'll notice that here are the nutrition facts. It says the calories are at 139. If we go and actually look at not only the bottle, which I have in my pantry right now, but also on their website, and we check out the ingredients, we will notice that, let me get the right flavor here, if I can spell. Okay, go back up. Yay, all the stuff. Okay, we'll notice that calories is actually at 150. So we want to go ahead and create our own custom food so that we know we're using the right macros for this product, especially if it's something that we use all the time, like Level 1, which I do. So you can go up here, you can create a copy of this food, or it'll enter all of the nutrition facts here that you have to then go and change. So you can see you can change the food name, the description, the calories, you can adjust all the carbs and everything, and all of the optional fields, whatever was entered there in the first copy is going to be there, and you can adjust these as needed. I recommend changing the food name so that it'll be listed in your custom foods, but also you know which one is yours. And then when you save this, you will have the option to add an image. I also find that that helps me. So anyway, all right, so we know that it wasn't listed the way that we wanted it to, so you come up here and you can say either make a copy, or you come here to custom foods, which you'll notice I have already created it, but we'll go ahead and show you how to create one. Go ahead and do new food. These are for individual ingredients or individual products. We'll go into recipes a little bit later. You enter your food name, your description. Basic info would be calories, carbs, fat, and protein. So just whatever is on the bottle, go ahead and put that in the calculator. Grams is going to be your savior for entering items in and when you add them into meals or recipes. I go with grams as often as possible. You can also add other fields here for units of servings, but it's always going to translate to the gram weight. So get very comfortable with doing those. You can do ounces, tablespoons, teaspoons, and cups. Those tend to be the most common units that I end up using when I'm doing these in recipes and when I'm adding them to my meals. So make sure that these are what you want to use for them and their gram weight are entered here. You can categorize your food group. This gets more into the details of the food. You don't necessarily have to have these, but they do add to the overall quality of the ingredient, and obviously whatever you put into the tool is what you're going to get out. So I tend to add these pieces of information, whatever is listed on the supplement facts or the nutrition facts, excuse me. So if it gives me calcium, sodium, protein, or excuse me, potassium, I'm going to go ahead and put that into the calculator, into the food that I am creating, because I want it to be as accurate as possible. For things like this is a whey product, so I put it under dairy products, but just match as closely as you can to what it actually is. That helps them the calculator for when other people go to use that ingredient, know what it is it needs to avoid or to use based on other people's calculators. So just keep in mind that whatever you're putting into this, other people are able to use those as well. So that's how you create a food. And then once you've created the food, it's under the custom foods tab. It'll be listed. These are the ones that you have created. You can see that I've created one for vanilla ice cream level 1 protein. It is the 150 calories with the proper nutrition facts listed. And I would just drag and drop right where I needed it to be, and then obviously change the amount that you want that to be. So when I created this, I made sure that my serving unit was scoops. You can enter that here in the serving size description, and then you'll notice that I also have, here we go, I've put teaspoons and tablespoons with their gram weight because I have some recipes that I've pulled from other places that don't want a whole scoop of whey protein. They want a tablespoon or a teaspoon. So it was behoove of me to do that to make it easier for myself when I go to enter it in here. This is where those serving size units end up being. If I didn't enter a teaspoon and tablespoon down in those additional serving size areas, they would not show up here in the drop down. So if you have a food that doesn't have these listed and you need them, create a custom food or a copy, and then go ahead and add those additional units. So if you have any questions, remember to comment below, and otherwise have a great day.